Hello everyone, in this video lesson we will learn about how to use image tag in HTML. Image tag, also called as img tag, it is used to display images in web page. Means with the help of this tag you can display certain image in your web page. Now the type of image that is supported by this image tag is JPEG, which is the most standard format of images, or you can also have bitmap images. So these are two standard format that we normally use for images. Other than this, you can even use XBM or you can use Windows Metafile. So this type of images you can insert in your web page. Now this image tag has some attributes. The most important and the primary attribute of this tag is SRC. SRC stands for source. Means if you want to display an image in your web page, the first thing you require is an image itself. And your image must be stored somewhere in your computer. So that location you have to give in image tag with the help of this attribute called as SRC attribute. So SRC attribute is used to give the source or the location of image in image tag. One by one we will learn practically how these attributes can be added in the image tag. But the first and the most important attribute is source, because here you are going to give the source or the location of image in img tag. Then you have ALT. ALT stands for alternate. It specifies a message that should be displayed in an event when the image cannot be displayed for certain reason. So when you use image in img tag, if your image is not getting displayed in the web page by certain reasons, then in that case message will be displayed in your web page, and that alternative message you will give in ALT attribute. So here you should note one point, that when the image is displayed, this message which you are giving in alternate attribute, this will not be displayed. It will be displayed only when image cannot be displayed due to certain reason. Then you have this align attribute. Now align attribute is used to align your image with respect to text. Like in your web page, you may be having the combination of text and images. So images may be displayed in between the text. Okay, so that text alignment with respect to image is given by align attribute. Then we have height and width. This height and width attribute decides the size of an image. Now here, as a value to this attribute, you have to give an integer value. Okay, integer number. When you write, say, height equals to something, then that should be an integer number. For example, height equals to, you can write, say, 400. Width equals to, you can write, say, 700. So whatever number you are writing, whatever value you are giving to this height and width attribute, it should be an integer value. And then finally, we have this border attribute, which is used to apply border to the image. Okay, so now if you use all these attributes in your image tag, if you use all these attributes in your image tag, it will somewhat look like this. Now you can even see in this example, I have used all the attributes. img is a tag name. Then the first attribute src is used, and in front of src, I have written certain address. This is the location address of the image that you want to display in your web page. Then alt equals to, I have written this message, image cannot be displayed. Means this message, any message can come over here, whatever you like, but this message will be displayed only when, due to certain reason, your image cannot be displayed. So if your image is displayed, it's fine. This message will not be displayed. So this is the alternate message. Then align, I have used a value top over here. Now align can have values like left, right, top, middle, and bottom. Then in place of height, I have used 500. So the height of the image is 500 pixels. Then width 700. So height of the image is 700. Width of the image is 700 pixel. And border 3. Again, when you write value for border, it should be an integer number. It should not be very much big, otherwise a very big border will come to your image. Okay, so this is an example of image tag. Now we will practically see how this works. But before that, let me show you something. Like suppose I have this image on my desktop, this, and this image I want to display in web page. So as I told you that src, source, is the most important attribute of image tag. Okay, so in source we used to write the location of the image. Then how to get this location? Right now I have this image on my desktop. If I want to know the address or the location of this image, then this can be identified by the process which I am explaining you right now. You have to just right click on the image. This image can be on desktop, it can be on any other drive of your computer. So right click on the image, then left click on this properties. This type of dialog box will appear. Now in this type of dialog box, you just go to security tab, which is just beside the general tab. So if you click on this security tab, then you can see this object name, and you can see this c:/user/aserpc/desktop/slide.jpg is written. So this complete is the address of the image. And now you want this address in your HTML code after src attribute. So you just have to do one thing. You select this complete address with the help of mouse, then right click on the selection. You will have this copy option, and just left click on this copy option. Now your location is copied. So this location we will use in the program. Okay, so now I hope you will be able to get the location of an image. Now I have already made one sample program of image tag. Let me open this notepad file. So this is a notepad file that I have made for image tag. So this basic structure will remain same. It will not get changed. And as I told you, whenever you try any new tag, you just include it in a body tag. Okay, and that's that single tag you use so that you will be able to understand it in a better way. So right now I have used this image tag with all its attributes. So let us say first of all I will not use these attributes. Okay, I will not use these attributes. I will only use src attribute, and then let us see what will happen. Okay, so for time being I will close this tag here itself. Okay, and rest all the things I don't want to use right now. So I will use image tag with only src attribute. Now, as I told you earlier, the location of the image. Now this I have already copy pasted over here. Otherwise, by the process which I have explained you earlier, you just copy that address and paste it over here in the notepad. Okay. Now this thing I don't want to use, so I will simply delete it for time being. Okay. So I have used this image tag only with src attribute, and I will save the changes. Okay. And now I want to run this program in browser. So now you can all see how this output will look like. Okay. Now this is my program and the image came in my web page. Okay. And this heading, former Prime Minister of India, it came because I have written it over here in the body tag. Okay. Now we will go on adding the other attributes in the same tag. So as I told you, I am writing this attribute alt, but right now it is of no use because my image is getting displayed. As I told you, this will be used only when image is not suppose I want to write this message. Now this message will be displayed only when my image will not be displayed due to certain reason. Okay. Now along with it, I will use the attribute height. Just a minute. Height equals to, say now I am writing 400. Okay. Then I will write width equals to, say 700, and then align equals to one value I will use, say I will use the value top. Okay, align equals to top. That's it. So let us see, after adding these attributes, what effect will it have on the output. Now you can see the size of the image is changed. Why it is changed? Because earlier it has been displayed with the default attribute, because that time I did not use this height, width, alt and align attribute. Now let us see if I make certain changes in height, width, what will happen. Now here height, instead of 400, I will change it to 200, and width instead of 700, I will change it to say 400. Okay. Then you have to save this change and then refresh the web page. Now you can see the size of the image is now reduced, both height wise and width wise. Okay. Now this align attribute which I have used, let us change the values of align attribute also. Now right now align is equal to top. Okay, means image is displayed on the top with respect to the text. This is the text. Okay, this is the text. With respect to this text, image is displayed on the top. Now I will use this attribute value as middle. Then I will save the change and refresh the web page. Now you can see now the image is in the middle with respect to the text. Okay, and then I can also use bottom. Let us save the change and refresh the web page. Now you can see now the text is at the bottom with respect to the image. Okay, you can even use another two values, left. Now you can see now my text is on the right hand side, means image is on the left of the text. Image is on the left of the text. So with respect to text, what is the location of alignment of image is shown by this align attribute. Okay. So border. One more thing that we have not included over here, that is border. So this also I will include now. Border equals to, first of all, I write say 1 and save the program. Refresh the web page. You can see this border has came on the image, around the image. Now if I change this value from 1 to 3, then let us see what will happen. I am saving this and then refreshing the web page. Now you can see this border of the image is now thick. So as I go on increasing this value, then the border size also getting increased. So this is the image tag along with all its attributes. Now sometimes students face difficulties because they write this address improperly. That is why I told you, instead of typing this location address of the image, you should copy it from the properties and security tab of your image. And one more thing, to display that image in your web page, you should have that image in your computer somewhere, either on the desktop or in any other drive. So now I hope that this image tag is clear for everybody. Try this image tag, and as I told you earlier, use this image tag alone in the body part of your HTML program, and don't add all the attributes at once. Instead, go on adding the attributes one by one, change their values, and see its effect on your output. So this is all about image tag. Goodbye, everybody.